Hi and welcome back to another challenge video. It's been a while since we've posted anything and we're really sorry for those who are really keeping up with the videos. We had this thing that's called jobs and life and we kind of need to pay the rent. But hopefully we'll be able to from now on do it more regularly. And as we said countless times before, we do have a lot of recipes. It just took us quite a while to come up with a way how to do it. So we hopefully will have one next week.
But you can still check the pictures and recipes on Instagram and Facebook.
Exactly. Check in the description. We will put our username for the Instagram and follow us. In this video, we would like to talk about vegetarianism, more precisely about the risks of it and how to avoid it.
Yeah, a while ago we became vegetarians or pescatarians, as you prefer, because once or twice a month we eat fish. We started noticing some side effects from quitting meat, so we decided to break down the consequences of quitting meat. And what are the common mistakes that vegetarians make and how to avoid them?
Most people are concerned about proteins. You will hear a lot of people saying that once you stop eating meat, you won't provide enough proteins for your body. And that's kind of the first thing we would like to talk about.
Proteins are built of amino acids, and there's 20 of them. And 11 of them your body can create by itself. And 9 of them you need to provide with food, and those you call essential amino acids.
And it's not true that you can only get them from meat. The amount of essential amino acids in legumes, so beans and stuff for instance, is just a bit smaller than in meat. If you're into the details, just check the link below. However, meat still is the richest source of amino acids. Period. There's nothing that has more amino acids than meat. So if you have any surgery done or if you've just had an injury and you want your wounds to heal faster, eating meat might actually help it recover faster.
And if you're vegetarian or especially vegan and you worry about the content of the proteins in your meal, you can check in the link below which non-animal products have a lot of proteins, because you need to somehow substitute it. Some wise guys calculated everything, so just click on the link.
For example, 100 grams of chicken meat has the same amount of proteins as 100 grams of dry chickpeas. The only problem is that once you cook 100 grams of chickpeas, the amount is way bigger than 100 grams of chicken meat. All in all, beans and nuts are the richest source of proteins amongst plants, so if you make sure you keep those in your diet, you should be good without meat as well.
It's hard to say exactly how much proteins you need to consume each day because the requirements keep changing. But one we can say for sure that in our culture we consume too much proteins, and using this formula you can calculate what's the essential minimum of proteins you should be consuming per day. Another important thing that vegetarians should be aware of is phytic acid. So that's a substance that is present in grains, especially whole grains, legumes and nuts, so all those products that dominate a vegetarian diet. And this phytic acid basically stops absorption of minerals like magnesium, calcium, zinc, iron. That's why a lot of vegetarians, especially vegans, suffer from deficiencies.
And you can resolve that by sprouting or fermenting your grains or legumes beforehand, and that's a lot of very big words for me. We'll make a separate video on how to do this, so how to sprout or ferment. But until then, just use Google. It's really easy. I can do it, and I'm an idiot when it comes to these kind of things.
If you can do it, why are you still doing it?
That's for another video. And another option is just to supplement these minerals such as magnesium, iron, zinc, and which one did I list? Calcium. Basically with just tablets of those minerals.
Or some food products that are rich Another thing you need to supplement is vitamin B, especially B12, because that vitamin is present exclusively in animal products. You can't find it in plant-based food. And the deficiency of B12 can cause irreversible damage to your nervous system. It will make you feel tired, lethargic, irritable, nervous, and depressed. In severe cases, it leads to mania or psychosis. I had the classic symptom of lack of vitamin B.
Mania and psychosis.
B2, because the corners of my lips cracked, so I wasn't able to eat or speak without feeling the pain because it was really dry. No Vaseline helped, but then I took just for 3-4 days, I think I took B complex and it helped.
Another element that requires supplementation is iron, because iron is best absorbed from meat. You can get it from plants, but it's because it has a different chemical structure, it's not so well absorbed.
Yeah, in animal product it's present as hemoglobin, so hem form, and it's
in
not
blood.
Yeah, and meat. Yeah.
And then especially it's worse for women because they lose a lot of it with blood on monthly basis.
And we need iron. It builds our blood, it carries the oxygen, so especially those who are physically active should think about supplementation. So you can buy iron tablets and take them every couple of days, not every day. And it's best absorbed with vitamin C, so you can basically take it with orange juice. Yeah.
Remember also that if you decided not to eat fish, you will need to find another way to get omega-3 into your body. So plant-based food that has omega-3 is flaxseed oil, walnuts, and algae. And we made a separate video about this, which we will link down in the description. We strongly advise you to watch it. And we also strongly advise you to send it to everyone you know that is vegetarian or vegan, and also send it to everyone you love and you care about because it's good for them.
Our last tip is eat raw as much as possible to get the most of your diet.
And also remember that majority of vitamins are only soluble in fats, so make sure you get enough of it, and put some oil in your salads or with smoothies if you want. We always using, as mentioned earlier, we always use flaxseed. It's really good with a smoothie. If you do it in the morning, put some fruits and just pour it over. Perfect.
If you add just a bit, it won't change the taste at all, but it carries its value. Yeah. It's good anti-inflammatory agent. So.
There you go. So if we sum it up in 2 sentences.
Before you decide to be vegetarian or vegan, just be aware of the risks, and if you haven't planned it, just make sure you supplement it, buy this 3-4 supplements, so beans and nuts, the richest sources of proteins, buy some vitamin B complex or just B12, omega-3 you can buy in capsules, and iron. And that was all the video summed up in only 2 sentences. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned anything from this. It's really interesting as we go deeper into these diets and all the vegetarianism and veganism. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. As said earlier, recipes are coming. I think you'll like them. We got some new equipment, so it's gonna look amazing. I'm really sorry for those who were expecting the answer for the question, is vegetarianism healthy or not? Yeah. But this is coming as well. So this is just what to be careful about when you are vegetarian. Exactly. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bam. And cut.